Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It's Danny Elliott. Thank you for joining me today. Please hit the thumbs up button on the way in if you would. I would really appreciate it. It's free and you can help my channel out. I want to talk about the job market today because the job market in the United States is a complete dumpster fire right now. And of course it's going to get worse because now we're letting go of thousands of federal workers. And I use that term very loosely. Workers. This thought came to me when I was leaving a comment somewhere that I was trying to explain to somebody about productive and non-productive work. Because we have way too much non-productive labor in our job market right now. Not like this guy out here. See that guy out there? He is working right now. That's productive labor. Because they just cut a hole in the road, they made a repair, and now they're going to put the pavement back so we can drive on it again. But this person who was arguing with me in the comments section was talking about, they were talking about the frontliners. You guys remember the frontliners, right? Those were the essential workers. Like school teachers who were working from the beach on their laptops, doing Zoom call classroom days, right? You had a bunch of kids just, watching cat videos and adult entertainment and drinking Mountain Dew and then they got the Zoom call up on the other screen. They're doing high school. And meanwhile, their mom is actually working at Walmart trying to pay the bills in person, being forced to wear a mask and all that. Now, we're at the point where we got all this non-productive labor, all these non-productive employees. And we're finally figuring out that they're not doing anything and we're getting rid of them. And they're very upset about it. By the way, let's take a break and check in with HR, see what they're up to right now. It's 11 a.m. They're probably working on something at this point. Let's see what they're up to.
Gen Z bustin' me! Gen Z bustin' me! Eating cheese in a ball! Eating cheese in a ball! 5'3" in attitude! 5'3" in attitude! Secret product in the trench! Secret product in the trench! New friend green and sneaky link! New friend green and sneaky link! Back 10 hands in her! Back 10 hands in her!
Alright, that's enough of that. Let's get back to the show here. So, is it any wonder that the job market is a complete dumpster fire right now when this is what's going on? Now, human resources is a completely non-productive task in a corporation. It's only there because it was created, in the new diversity world that we live in today. It had to be there because political correctness said it had to be there, so we had to put it there. There used to be no HR, and everything ran a lot better back then. Do those people look like they're productive? Do those people look like they were hired because they were the best at what they do? Because they have the right skill set to perform the job? Of course not. We got too many white chicks doing nothing at work. And meanwhile, everybody else has to pull their weight, produce measurable results. Everybody else has to drive sales. Everybody else has to ensure that the company makes profits. I look back at the last two jobs I left. The first one, I was hired for a role that was completely not what the job description said it was. It was basically I was in a going around pattern, waiting to see who was going to call off for their shift next. Because everybody could just claim, I got the vid, I'm not going to be in for 14 to 21 days. And by the way, I want to take sick days. So I was in this going around pattern, and I'm just circling around the hotel, waiting for someone to call off to find out what job I'm going to do that day. Am I going to work in the restaurant? Am I going to work in maintenance? Am I going to work at the front desk? So I get to be the director of sales that day. Maybe I'm a bartender that day. It was everything, guys. So what do I get on the performance review after all of this effort? After I did everyone else's job for like a year, what do you think I got? Resounding 3 stars in every category. I mean, I was literally the only one who ever came in every day that worked at this company. Everybody was dropping like flies during the crisis. I didn't even get a 3% increase. I got nothing, you know? And it was all about, oh, you know, you're here for the opportunity, right? You're here to move up within the organization. We got great opportunities for advancement, right? You know what happened? I got shot down for every one of them. And I just said, should I really give them 2 weeks notice? No. I don't give them 2 weeks notice. Why should I? They never lived up to any of their obligations, so why should you? The girls from HR, you think they actually do their job? You think they're going to check with your last boss? You think they're going to check with your university or your college, you know, to verify you have the degree you say you have? You could go to school for years and rack up like upwards of almost $1 million in debt, and HR won't even check to see if you have a degree. That's how competent they are. But this is how it works, guys. This is why the job market is a complete dumpster fire, because the people that have the qualifications don't get hired, and the people that don't have the qualifications, they always get the job. I remember we had this poster that we had to hang up in the break room, how they celebrate diversity at Human Resources. The poster was literally a 16 square lineup of headshots, and they were all white girls. There was not one girl of color. There was not a single guy. I just want to come on here and tell you guys, you owe nothing to corporate, because they have shown nothing to you. They show you no loyalty. They give you no opportunity for advancement. You know, anything they say to you is a lie. You always lose. I just wanted to tell you guys, you know, there's a reason this has happened. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the people who are out of the workforce right now, like me. Like, I probably would have stayed if I was just treated fairly and equitably. I probably would have stayed in my corporate job. I probably would have tried to work my way up in the company. I probably would have been willing to take on all that extra responsibility for not even too much of a pay increase. But just because they treated us all so badly, you know, me and many of my brothers and sisters from corporate, we just left. We just said, we're not going to do this anymore. Like, this is not fair dealing. You know, they're not dealing in good faith with us as members of the workforce. You know, all we wanted was fair dealing. All we wanted was equitable treatment. But they don't offer that anymore. If you're in a job and you hate it, if you have a terrible boss, I would work on what's the fastest way to get out of here, and how can I monetize my own skill set. And I'll just end with this. You know, I get a lot of requests from people all the time about hospitality consulting services. They want me to qualify through their own system, which is no different than applying to be an employee somewhere. That's not how I do things anymore. The only person I need to qualify with is the person who hires me directly. So there's going to be a defined project scope and a defined rate that we agree upon. And if there's no agreement, then I'm sorry, but I'm not available for that project. But, you know, if people are willing to pay, then I am available. It's really easy, you know? But the way we qualify people has absolutely nothing to do with their skills. So if you got the skills, go out and sell them. Like, if you're a millennial, you have plenty of experience at this point. Everybody's over 30 at this point, right? So we have a lot of experience. So just go out and sell that experience, right? Sell your product or service, offer it to the open market, and people will buy it. It's really easy. But you don't need to qualify through these morons. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you joining me all the way till the end. It really helps the video out if you stick with me through the end. But if you like the video, please share it with someone you know. And I hope you subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'm Danny Elliott.